Hey, what is going on, good people? And welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So, who is hiding here? Let's find out.
Show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice.
Oh man, it's like 2 episodes in a row. We're starting with girl voice.
Somebody is there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before.
What? Get shopping. Prime that judo throw. Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Hey, Gregsy! Love this tune as well. The soundtrack's hella good. I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts, like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. What? Did stealth originate from Japan? That would be hype. If anyone has been stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Awesome that Susato sensed him.
Gregsy!
Oh dear me, I am most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
How long have you been listening in on our conversation?
Good grief, listen in. No, don't go. Oh, I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all it is, nothing untoward, nothing at all. After hours? Is it that late already? So then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye-bye and bye. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship.
Oh, but I wanted to have a chat.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with sharpish, Long Strawheart will, well...
Emergency?
Lord Strongheart? Nothing. Forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off.
Alright, Gregsy, if you have to, but let's chat soon.
Delighted, charmed. Can't wait, if you please. My pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. Okay.
Gregsy's so funny. He says such silly things.
It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fawn into a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. Oh yeah, so Susato still has something to do with all this, right? Oh no, we found out about that. She's got to go home quite soon.
I must attend the court clerk's office now before it closes.
Wait, isn't she leaving in the morning? Yes, of course, thank you. Damn.
Kindly escort Iris home now. I shall meet you there later.
Damn, who's going to give us advice in the courtroom? If anyone missed that episode, I think it was something like we found out her dad back in Japan is ill. So because the boat ride takes, I think it was roughly a month and a half. And his health has slowly been getting worse in the letters that have been getting sent over. So it was something like she has to leave tomorrow in the hope that she gets home in time to, I guess, see him before the unfortunate end. And so our investigation came to an end. Susato went to file the necessary papers for my defence of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. The rage. Oh, okay, the sadness, the sorrow. Tomorrow Susato would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. Oh, okay, so yeah, Lucky is throwing the plot back in here. Oh, well, it didn't actually explain why there, so yeah, just to fill you guys in case you missed that a couple of episodes ago. Okay, 11 at night. So better get some... Yeah, better get some shut-eye before court tomorrow.
It's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted.
Damn it, so we get no hints in this final case. We just got to go solo. What about you? Today's been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Sholmes was shot before our eyes. Gina was arrested? Yeah, that's a crazy last day. All on the back of the news that her father is fallen ill and she must return to Japan at once. Okay, so the game did fill us in. Cool. I hope your father recovers soon.
Thank you for your kind words.
Damn. And that's crazy that Iris's dad was the guy who died in the first case.
I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them.
I know exactly what you mean. She's been hella helpful.
Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow.
One final task? Okay. Yeah, we'll work our way up to that. Back to Japan.
It's just 2 months since we arrived in London.
Man, that's just as long as the boat journey took, and then she's got to go all the way back. That's pretty harsh.
But we've managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret.
I'm so sorry.
It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts.
I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learnt something.
And what would that be?
It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities.
Facets?
And like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. Man, this guy's getting so poetic on it. What's going on? What lies in the shadows? What do these facets we cannot see look like? How long is a piece of string? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live.
That's so true.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much, but I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. Think of all the facets. That's all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open, keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark.
It's amazing to think it's been just 2 months. You've grown so much.
Sorry, I've what?
Oh no, it was nothing unimportant.
You saying we're immature, girl? Do you know what time you'll leave London in the morning? Yeah, I bet it's some ghastly hour like 4 AM or something if it's boat stuff.
Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier.
What? Called it? I should be leaving here at 4 AM. No damn way. Oh man, that is nuts. I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station. Man, if anyone's wondering, that is not rigged. I am... This is live commentary.
Absolutely not.
Sorry?
I'm sure you realise why I couldn't possibly let you do that.
Yeah, that means we're only getting like 4 hours sleep. That's nuts.
You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow.
Gina's trial. Yeah, I know, but...
Every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible, even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try.
Damn, such a good friend and such a good judicial assistant. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean?
Oh my, I nearly forgot.
Oh, is that her book?
Please, I want you to have this.
What is that? Some huge bundle of documents?
It's my notes from the case 2 months ago.
Wait, but isn't her book blue every time she pulls it out?
The murder that was committed on the omnibus.
The McGilded case.
It seems to me that this case of Winterbank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case, in ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you.
With everything else she's had to think about, she still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting.
It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it was bolster your case tomorrow for Gina.
Thank you so much. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say
Uh-oh.
that I've been a complete failure.
Oh, what? Because she is to leave before the case. Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said there.
Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself.
The Gilded Case notes. Notes collected by Miss Susato about the Gilded Case that we worked on 2 months ago. We should probably examine that if we get a chance. No, straight into plot. We can do it now. Wait, wrong button. Examine. Well, all of that note-taking for 2 pages? Omnibus murder. Victim found deceased on the last scheduled omnibus of the day after a stab wound to the abdomen. Mason Milverton. I don't think we learned his last name before. Brickmaker, East End. So domicile is like where you live. Haven't heard that before. Defendant the Irishman, Zeeks and us. Conviction was assured with 3 eyewitnesses' testimonies. However, a surprise 4th witness's testimony resulted in acquittal due to insufficient evidence. Sure.
Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now. I must finish packing up my things in my room.
Aye.
I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow.
Oh, she just peacing out.
Good night.
Wait, there's something I need to say. Hiya! Damn. What was that?
A secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown.
Shut down? Shut it down! I don't think it's a love interest here, surely.
Please, I implore you.
Probably just like a mate thing, like is there any chance you can postpone it a day? Oh, okay.
If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears.
Oh. Well, I suppose we'll see you in a few months. Well, it depends how long we want to stay in the UK, right? Susato! But you carried on lying on the floor? I suppose that's what happens when you're that sad. It truly had been a trying day, on our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. And when I awoke, I was a horse. Maybe? Maybe? Okay. The small hours. Ward 3. Okay, well, hospital gimmick then, yeah? Yes, I quite understand. That is a great weight off my mind. Ah, Sholmes, of course. Is that him though? Rest assured I should put everything in place exactly as we have discussed. Thank you so much. It has been an honour and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Sholmes. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. Wrap it up for the bow. I bid you farewell and Godspeed. Oh, is that us talking to Sholmes? Susato, my dear madam. Oh, saying goodbye to her hero. Unless there's an ulterior motive to do with the case. To be continued. Right guys, so even though we are ever so slowly progressing towards the end game here, this has got to be one of the final to be continued left in the game, right? Because this should be going directly into the courtroom very shortly. When I woke the following morning, she was already gone. Yeah, makes sense. Outside the window the rain came down in sheets, that's not what you want. And so began an even longer day than the last, one that I would remember for the rest of my days. Yay! Insta courtroom. Guys, we finally made it back here. Yeehaw! The defendant's antechamber. But we're going it alone. Morning, Gina. Oh, will you just lighten up and let your guard down a tiny bit? I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it.
So where's your friend then?
She's gone, which means one less girl's voice. Sorry? Although now it'll be surely just a case filled and packed to the gills with Kazuma and Susato flashbacks. You know, for the old, like, what would they tell me sort of moments.
You know, her in a fancy dress. Susato, or however you say it, I don't know. Miss Susato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up. You alright with that, are you? Forget about me if you like. Go and see her off.
She's already gone, it's fine. It's not as though her and I won't meet again one day.
Even so.
But you, Gina, you only get one chance. And you cannot miss your chance to blow. This trial today is all we have. Good morning, you two.
Oh, yo, Iris. Is she going to help us in the courtroom?
She bought the cat.
How are you feeling, Ginny? Did you manage to sleep? Wagga hi. Iris, what are you doing here? What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Waggy? Wagga hi.
No, get back here. Waggy. Great way to show your support, kiddie.
Let him have a nose around. What harm can it do?
A lot. There's a vase immediately behind her. And the scales of justice do not sit on those cat. That's a bad omen.
Oh, that reminds me. I bought a paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news?
Well, the bad news is going to be that we're facing Van Zeeks, surely.
What do you say, Bruno? Ginny?
Oh, well, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first.
Nah, always say the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad.
Yeah, that is a very interesting point. I like that. That way you can die hearing some good news.
Yes, that question always gives away people's personalities.
Let's not go there.
Alright then, I'll give you the bad news first. A record amount of rain has fallen this morning and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move.
Oh, is that for the jury? The bad news was a weather report?
So I hope that Susie made her train to Dover and that the train isn't delayed on its way to the port.
Gosh, yes. Damn, that'd suck. Although she might make it back to the courtroom in time. Which would be bad for her dying father, so let's not hope that, actually.
Alright then, so what's the good news? You're facing Van Zeeks. Well, the rain is forecast to subside this afternoon, so even if the train is delayed, it should be able to make up the time later.
Nice.
Well, that is good news, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're both ridiculously related. And yeah, it's still weird weather stuff.
I couldn't give a monkey's, really.
If only all good news cancelled out the bad. Oh yeah, good point.
And look, this trial has made the headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pig purse plunder. See?
And his name was Peter Piper.
So, how'd you like that? Well, let them say what they want. See if I care.
I can't because you're covering your face.
Don't worry, Runo will soon show everyone that this headline is nonsense.
I will.
And then in tomorrow's papers the headlines will be, "Discharged diver is dauntless do-gooder." Isn't that right, Runo?
Oh, yes, let's hope so.
Of course they will. I have absolute faith in you. How was that? I was trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did it?
It's like she was still here. Today's paper has been entered into the court record. This morning's paper purchased by Iris. Gina's case features prominently. Okay.
Good luck then, Runo. I'll do what I can.
Flip it.
There's a sensational story lower down the front page as well. Look. Ministry Mole, classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice.
Oh, is that to do with the Hound of the Baskervilles? For a 10-year-old, Iris certainly has her finger on the pulse of world news.
It's about secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently they're being intercepted by hostile nations.
Communications are being intercepted, but how would someone be doing that?
That's the question, isn't it? I've come up with 3 different possible methods so far. Are you looking for a new career, Runo?
No, of course not. I wonder, perhaps this is what Strongheart was talking about yesterday.
Yes, it could be, and it could explain why he has Grexy running from pillar to post at the moment.
This morning's paper, which contains an article about government secrets being leaked to foreign agencies. That might actually be all we need from the paper. So don't need headline. We've got that and that. What's this? That looks weird. Oh yeah, that's Winterbank.
How awful for Ginny, I mean.
Okay.
Yes, something like that. If possible, I'd like to go even bigger.
Bigger? How?
Proud pickpocket protects planet post-trial, perhaps?
Protects planet?
Ooh, I can't wait for tomorrow now. It's going to be so great.
And probably nothing here, but we'll double cheek. Oh, Tweese! Gotta mash. Gotta mash. Get back!
Obviously, I don't know the law like Susie does, but still.
Nice, 10-year-old as a judicial assistant. Should be a sensible court case. And you cannot bring a bazooka in. What are you doing?
I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you moral support and encouragement.
I'm not sure that big thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest, but... Thank you, Iris, that's very kind of you.
Oh yeah, Iris. Yes, Ginny? Well, I was wondering is all, about Sholmes. Did they fix him up alright? Yes, the operation was a great success, but Hurley still hasn't come around yet.
What? He was awake in the middle of... Oh, I suppose they don't know that. Talking to Susato.
Eh? I've asked a friend of mine at Scotland Yard to send a telegram as soon as he wakes up.
I'm sure Gregson will let us know the moment there's news.
Oh, right.
Man, no Susato, no Sholmes. It's all down to me today to prove that Gina is innocent of this crime. Miss Gina Lestrade, counsel for the defence. The trial is about to begin. Please make your way into the courtroom.
It's time then.
Yes. Let's go, Gina. Iris.
Lead the way, Runo.
Come on, poor Gina. She tried to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I have to believe in her from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory here. If I learned anything from my great friend, it's that. Could it be? Yes! The Old Bailey courtroom! Right, guys, we did it. That is a perfect place to leave it there for next time. So next episode, we are finally back in the courtroom, which means we are hurtling slowly but surely towards the end game. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Righty guys, if you like the looks of any of the suggested videos flooding your screen at this very second, check some of them out and more importantly let me know what you thought, because you know I love that tasty truthy feedback. If you've missed any of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles adventures so far, then catch up, but the main thing is, as always, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.